I think, the broad statement is everyone knows a vet that's committed suicide, or most vets would know other vets that have committed suicide, and most vets have multiple stories about people they know that have taken their own life. But I know it's talked about a lot more now than it used to be. And personally, I am glad that it is, but I also worry about that. It's not something that I want to ever plant as a seed for people, but I guess everyone's smart enough to probably have that in their mind anyway. But the conversation shouldn't stop there. That's what really scares me. It has to be then, right, what do you do when you potentially are talking to someone that you are worried about, or if you have those feelings yourself, how do you recognise them and deal with them and find help? And that is the bigger conversation, and that's the harder one to have, because no one wants to admit vulnerability, but I think everyone has vulnerable moments.
Vets have really high expectations of themselves. They studied hard. It's a very competitive course to get into, so they are driven and very capable people. So when they get to a situation where they actually can't go much further with that pet, they can't help that pet any further, really does actually have an impact on their confidence and how they perceive themselves in terms of their capability. What I believe vets can do to help take care of themselves is be attuned and self-aware of their state, their well-being. When I first started, I was in general practice and I went through a relationship breakdown. That's the reason why I couldn't afford my house. And that was a catalyst for me transitioning into emergency and critical care. So I had financial pressures, I couldn't afford my house, relationship breakdown, and I couldn't sleep. I was having panic attacks. I reached out. I couldn't talk to friends and I couldn't talk to my colleagues at work, but I knew I had to do something, and I reached out to our professional body, the Australian Veterinary Association, and I spoke to a very kind lady on the side who provided me with emotional support and put perspective on things. So reaching out when you feel like you're at that tipping point is really important. And just even if you see a colleague that is showing signs of stress, just asking, are you okay? I think if we can all do that for ourselves and also do that for our colleagues, then that would make a big difference.